Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 4 quadruple racing giga coasters, so quite the surprise here, so stay tuned and let's check it out. All right, welcome back everyone. Hope you're all having a great day. If you are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like. And if you'd like to support the show or come join the community, links to our Discord and Patreon are down in the description below. And with that out of the way, let's dive into the creation of the day. The RYGB created by Hiski, one of our Discord beginner builders, and here they say, "Hello dear team, you make great videos first and I love to see them. I'm sorry if the grammar in the text is incorrect. I use Google for the translation. This roller coaster was created within 30 hours for the most part. The supports have been eating all the time, but I'm proud of it. Most of it. It is a nice challenge, and I think all of the roller coaster or roller coasters worked very well. I hope you enjoy driving and rating." Smiley face. Okay, very cool. Absolutely amazing stuff. Hiski. Is Hiski really a beginner builder? Because I thought I've seen this creator before and featured them a few times. I want to take a quick peek at the workshop. Okay, not a whole lot on there, but I do recognize the name. Orange Monster. Yeah, there's a few things. You should definitely be builder by now, so apply for that workshop review. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into it. So here we are at this freaking monumental racing coaster. So we have a dueling coaster contest going on, and at the time of this recording, it's 2 weeks left until the submissions come in. So people have been working on their coasters for a month and a half now, so expecting big things from this contest. Now, this isn't, in my opinion, a dueling coaster. It's a racing coaster, because the coasters are not, they're just racing. All the coasters are pretty much the exact same. If you rode any of the 4, the experience would be roughly the same. They're basically just prying for first place here, but they're all kind of in line, racing at the same speeds. So there's some interesting things to talk about when doing a racing coaster, such as this one has the lead. Why is that? How do we catch these other ones up? And you know, when you're turning corners, you have to switch the lanes around, which we can see that you did here, but it's still not quite perfectly synchronized. But coming back towards the end, yeah, that one's still in the lead a little bit. We'll take a closer look at that after and see how you could have improved on it. But this is a big coaster, or big coasters. We're just gonna jump onto it. It seems like it's meant to be ridden at night, but we're gonna start off with a day ride and save the surprise element of the nighttime for after. So we might as well just jump on the red one here. So it's a Giga Invincible. There's a look at all the stats if you want to see them, and let's hop right on. Now, for those of you wondering, don't worry, we're going to do different perspectives for each of the coasters, as well as day and night. So the sudden breaks at the end. Oh my god. Oh, that is quite fun. Let's flip this to nighttime, because there's a lot of work gone into the nighttime lighting. As in the title description, this is the red, yellow, green, blue coaster experience. So we're gonna see a lot of that lighting come together here. So we're gonna switch over to the green one, ride this at night, and we'll do a proper seat view for this guy. And I think we'll do, well, actually, interesting discussion topic. We did a poll recently in one of the recent videos, and I asked you guys what you thought of cinematic. Do you like it? Do you not? And the general consensus, the majority said on the right coaster. And I feel like this is one of the right coasters to do cinematic on. So we're gonna do cinematic for old time's sakes, and we're gonna do it at day because I feel like we can see it a little bit better. And then we'll talk about the coaster. boom, slam on the brakes. And there it is. Definitely a really good cinematic coaster. So there's a bunch of things we can talk about, and if you guys do hear banging in the background, I'm not sure if you could hear it. They are fixing our roofs. Every 10 or so years they're supposed to redo the roofs on these townhouse complexes. So my apologies if you hear some banging over the next few videos, but they're going to town on my roofs, and hopefully you can't hear it. We are in a sound dampening room, so hopefully it's not so bad. Anyways, let's talk about the coaster. I think this is a really fun creation. I love the concept of anything dueling or racing for that matter, but yeah, the seeing that in cinematic, all these coasters lining up, just look at the amount of trains and people all in this one shot. That is crazy how many people there are. It's a crowd. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. The height of the coaster, what was the airtime on this, by the way? 12 airtime counts with 18 seconds of total airtime. That is a phenomenal. So yeah, every time we're getting up to one of these, it's in the big giant airtime counts. I love it. You can't really feel it on the simulation, obviously, but you could definitely tell that there would be airtime all over the place. I mean, I guess you kind of get a sense of it, but yeah, you're not gonna feel it, but you could definitely tell when and where the airtime counts are supposed to be, and I think it's phenomenal. So I honestly, I love the creation. Now, we do see, I think it was the green and the yellow, they slightly pull ahead at some point, and I'm not sure why that is, because for the most part, your coasters are so identical that the only time, it should be two that pull ahead, and then you switch it over and then they even out. But we have a couple outliers which slowly get ahead, and it might just be because of these outer transitions or maybe that crossover there. This one really gets far ahead. Not that that matters too much. They're staying competitive, and you do have a winner, which I like, but maybe there could have been at some point just a tiny trim break just to bring that green one back. That wouldn't hurt, just to make sure it stays somewhat competitive, because for the most part it has nothing to do with the track design being flawed. So maybe just a tiny trim break would have helped just to keep it competitive, because these ones are perfectly in sync, and so are these two, and by switching them around it should be even now. And I think that's where it's starting to go uneven a little bit. You can see that this one's not quite there. So what you would have had to do is bring this one in a little bit quicker and time it. And same with the green one. It's getting really far ahead. So you need to bring this one out a little bit more so it falls behind. So that first transition, while it looks fairly equal, it's not. And then that would happen again at your next turn. So they're slowly falling out of sync. That's not really a big deal. They're still competitive. It's still fun. They're still racing, and it's a great design. Now, in terms of your nighttime lighting, I feel like it is RGB bomb. It's really cool, but I do think it could have been amped up, because this was meant to be a nighttime experience, and the park loads up at nighttime. I would have liked to see a little bit more like theming towards the colors and the elements, maybe some fireworks. You could have different emitters and things going off, flashing lights. Maybe at some point when it's going down the drop, you have a ripple effect of lights, you know, like a row of red lights light up and then a row of blue lights light up, that sort of thing. A little bit more triggered events and fun, a play on with the lighting. Make it kind of like a show. You have all these lights up front. I'd like to see more of that throughout the coaster, mixed in with some fireworks and triggered events. That would have made the nighttime experience a little bit better, because it is mostly just white lights other than the supports. So the whole thing is custom supports, by the way. So even this park alone, I'm getting some pretty crazy frame dips at some points. Like, this is running anywhere between 30 to 40 FPS for one creation. It's not even a park. That's because you have 15,000 supports, plus I think the supports of the coaster. No, you removed all those. So all the custom supports. Yeah, I don't know. It's heavy on the computer. It really is. What do you got going on over here? But it's a phenomenal creation. It's fun. I thought it was great. I mean, it took up the whole episode. Riding one of these coasters takes like 2 minutes. We rode it 3 different times, 3 different perspectives, and then we're talking about it. So definitely not one that you could just throw in with the bundles. It is a bundle in itself. It's a bundle of coasters, and I love this kind of stuff. If anyone wants to take this, I mean, we're having a dueling contest, but if you want to do the racing style or a dueling coaster, I love featuring these things, hence why we're doing a dueling coaster contest. I think a marathon of dueling coasters is going to be extremely fun, and you know, it's a lot of content. Every time we go into a new one of these dueling coasters for the marathon coming up in April, it's going to be pretty crazy, because some people are doing 3 coasters, some people are doing 4, and every one has to be different, whereas these are all the same. Generally speaking, each experience was the same. With the dueling coasters, they're going to be different for each perspective, each train, and that will be very interesting to see. So be sure to subscribe and tune in for April, as we're going to have just a marathon of crazy dueling coasters. So I figured I'd give you guys something to satiate your taste buds in the meantime with this racing coaster. So great job on this one today, Hiski. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and that's going to do it for me in today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.